In this video, we're going to learn how to solve geometry problems for JAMB exam. And after going through this video, I guarantee you guys that you understand the idea or concept behind dealing with geometry problems for maths exam. Alright, so ensure you stay to the very end of this video. We're going to practice with 2 questions, and after practicing with these 2 questions, you will get the concept. Having known this, let's go into the details of the video. Okay, so let me bring this shape. Let's start with this problem 1 before we go to problem 2. Okay, so let me bring this diagram of this shape. Okay guys, now let's look at this diagram. Alright, the question says in the diagram above, angle BDF is a straight line. Find the size of angle BCD. Okay, so BDF is a straight line. Find the size of angle BCD. Now this is the BDF. Alright, so we have BDF to be a straight line. Alright, we're looking for side of angle BCD. Okay, now when they say BDF, this BDF, they're referring to the angle in the middle. Alright, when they say BCD, they are referring to the angle in the middle, which is angle C. Just like in this question, we want to find the angle here, angle C. Now the angle that will be here. Okay, now just take note of this. Okay, for this question, the first fact we need to establish, remember, I want to solve this question. Now the first fact or the first observation we have for this diagram will be that if we check carefully, we see that this triangle below, this triangle DEF below, is isosceles. Since it's isosceles, it means that angle DFE, okay, equals to angle DEF. Okay, that means we have to put 25 degrees here. Okay, now it's isosceles because of these two dashes. All right, these 2 dashes indicate that this is what isosceles, because they show that the length of line at both sides is the same. Okay, now having established this fact that angle DFE equals angle DEF, which is what, 25 degrees. Alright, now the second fact we need to observe, or we need to establish here, is that FE, okay, and AB, if you check carefully, are parallel. So the line FE, this is FE, and the line AB are parallel because of this arrow we have here. Okay, so it shows that they are parallel. Okay, now since the line between FE and AB are parallel, we can say that angle DFE and angle ABD, okay, is also what, 25 degrees. Okay, so angle DFE and angle ABD is also what, 25 degrees. Also remember, we are looking at these middle angles. All right, that means the ABD here, that means you are referring to this angle here. That means here will also be what, 25 degrees. Okay, now having established this fact, the third fact we need to establish here will be that angle ABC, okay, well, let me put the angle sign. Third fact we need to establish that angle ABC will be equal to angle ABD plus angle CBD. Let me write it well. Angle CBD, okay, which will give us 25 degrees plus 20 degrees. give us 45 degrees. Okay, now if you observe here, it looks as if we are having two B angles, this one and this one. All right, so basically this angle B here is covering two angles. The first angle is 25 degrees and the second angle is what, 20 degrees. Okay, so take note of what is happening here. Okay, now that we have established this fact, now get our, remember, it has to find angle BCD. Okay, that's, we are looking for the angle C, where the angle B is this 20 degrees, not 25 degrees. So now get our angle BCD. Okay, now if you check again, you see that DC and AB are parallel also. Okay, now look at it. Because of this arrow, this DC, we have an arrow here, and our AB, this arrow still exists. Okay, so they are what? Parallel. Okay, now since they are parallel, if you observe again, you will notice that we have angle BCD and angle ABC to be allied angles. Okay, so we have here that angle BCD, okay, this is C, and angle, okay, ABC, all right, are allied angles. Okay, the allied angles, and we know from the concept of allied angles that allied angles add up to give us 180 degrees. All right, so when you check carefully, we have these are B, C, D, and our A, B, C, the allied angles. Now, since they add up to give 180 degrees, now it's now simple to now get our BCD. Okay, now all we have to do will now be, remember, we have angle BCD, or let me write it up. Let me wipe some parts of the up and complete the solution. Okay, so that means angle BCD plus angle ABC equals what? 180 degrees. So they add up to give what? 180 degrees. Okay, now, so remember, looking for, we have to find BCD. So we're looking for this. Okay, now to get our BCD, very simple. So let's call our BCD X. Okay, we can choose to call it X, or we can still represent it like it. Okay, let's represent it like BCD. So it's going to give us angle BCD. All right, now plus we got our ABC. All right, our ABC here in this three facts we established to be 45 degrees equals what? 180 degrees. Now to make BCD the subject formula, this 45 degree cross over the equality sign, I will change negative. So therefore our angle BCD we asked to find will be 180 degrees, okay, minus 45 degrees. All right, so when you punch it in a calculator, you're going to have the value to be 130 degrees. Okay, and this will be the answer. Our answer is 135 degrees. All right, so that will be the angle here, our BCD. That will be the angle here, 135 degrees. Okay, so it's as simple as that, guys. Now, since they are allied angle, now if you add 135 plus 45, you get this 180 degrees. Okay, so this is basically how you can deal with this problem. Now let's solve one more geometry problem before you call it a class. Okay, let's wipe this and look at one more problem on geometry. Okay guys, now let's look at this problem. All right, so this is the kind of geometry problems you will be seeing in your math, but don't panic. Just calm down to study the question and you will be able to figure it out. But let's solve this one together. Okay, now it says find the size of angles x and y. All right, and the first thing you have to establish, looking at this shape we have, once you see these dashes in these two places, just know that these two lines, just know that this is isosceles. All right, isosceles triangle. Right? So these two dashes we have here, this one and this one, all right, indicates that the sides have the same word length. All right, since the sides have the same length, that means this is isosceles for triangle. Okay, so that's the first fact we need to establish for this question. Okay, so we say triangle ABD, okay, is isosceles. So since triangle ABD, right, is isosceles, okay, it means that angle BAD equals what? Angle ABD, which is what? 76 degrees. Okay, so remember angle BAD, we are referring to the middle letter as angle A. Since it's 76 degrees here, angle ABD, that this angle B, we also have 76 degrees here. Okay, now this is 6. Okay, now that we established this fact, next fact we need to establish, all right, since we are asked to find the size of angles x and y. Okay, now let's begin by getting angle x. Now to get angle x, okay, that means angle ADB equals 180 degrees, okay, minus 76 degrees minus 76 degrees. Since this is a triangle, know that the sides of a triangle add up to give what? 180. That's why we are having this 180. Okay, so 180 degree minus 76 minus this 76, we are subtracting the two sides of the triangle we have from 180. So when you do it and punch in a calculator, you're going to have 28 degrees. Okay, now that we have 28 degrees, know that angle ADC, if you look at this shape we have here, or this triangle we have here, you will see that angle ADC is a right angle. Is what? A right angle. And right angles equals for 90 degrees. Alright. The square we have here, if you check, you're going to see a little square inside here. Alright, so the little square inside here is a right angle, which is 190 degrees. Alright, so since we have it, our angle x will now be subtract 28 degrees from 90. Alright, so angle x will now be 90 degrees minus 28 degrees. So when you punch in a calculator, you have it was 62 degrees. Okay, so that's for angle x. Now for angle y, to get our angle y, note that angle ABCD is a quadrilateral. Okay, so ABCD is a quadrilateral, and we know that a quadrilateral, a typical quadrilateral, add up to give what? 360 degrees. All right, so to get our y is going to be 70. Add every angle we have here, so we're going to give, we're going to have 76 degrees plus 90 degrees plus, okay, we have 72 degrees plus y equals what? 260 degrees. All right, now when you add this guy, then punch it on a calculator. So we're going to have 238 degrees. We have 238 degrees plus y equals 360 degrees. So this 238 cross over the equality sign change to a negative. So our y will be 360 degrees minus 238 degrees. So when you punch it on the calculator, you're going to have 122 degrees. 122 degrees. All right, so that will be the answer for the y value. Now note that when you are dealing with this kind of problem, like here, if you notice, we didn't include the 276 degrees we have here. All right, we are not expected to include it. Now this 72 degree for this isosceles triangle we have here. All right, we just do the calculation using the original values you have inside the shape. All right, so take note of that. You only make use of this 76 degree when you want to find this x value. So that's when you use the both 76 when you want to find the x value. But for the y value, you don't use the 276 for this kind of example, because the 76 will not be required to get the value of y. You just make use of the original values in the shape. All right, so when you see similar questions, this is how you attempt it. Okay, hope you're not confused with what I just explained. So this is basically how you can tackle basic geometry problems for maths exam. All right, hope you learned something interesting from this video. Let's call it a class here. No practice question. Now, if you are new to the channel, ensure you check the description of this video below for a link to our Telegram channel. Click on it and join our Telegram channel for instant notification. Also, ensure you subscribe to this channel by hitting the subscribe button. For more videos like this, like, share, and comment on this video. Tell me how you feel for what you learned from this class. If you seem to have any specific questions to ask regarding geometry problems, feel free to do your question in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to give you a response. That's it for this class, guys. Thanks for watching. Click on the end screen above, and I will see you in the next video.